Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Get up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. You're listening to one of the nation's and one of the state's dopest radio show on podcast called The Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. So get up, get up, get up. Don't know what you're doing this early this morning, but if you're up, get your coffee, get your hot cocoa, your favorite cereal, and let's go. Let's get started. Let's get crunk. Let's get pumped up. It's the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Holt. Listen, it's a brand new day. It's a beautiful day. Yesterday is gone and today is here, and we ought to be thankful today. I tell you, there's so many reasons why we should be thankful. As we're getting closer to the Thanksgiving holiday in the month of November, everybody should be thankful on today. So let's go. Let's get up. I'm excited to be back with you on this Saturday morning. God has been good. There's so much to be thankful for. You can either be hateful or you can be grateful. I'm going to make the decision to be grateful on today and be grateful on this morning. Listen, it's been an awesome time with you, with the city and all of our listeners, all of our supporters, all the different letters that we get coming in from John and from Frederick. Thank you so kindly for writing me and keeping me updated on your status and keeping me updated on things that's going on. But this is what this show is all about. This show is to bring motivation and inspiration. This show is to speak about the issues of the justice system and the judicial system, the correctional system, and the court system. I mean, this is what we're here for, to talk about all of the issues, many of the issues that is concerning our nation, concerning our local community. We know that when you are incarcerated in this country, if you get a felony background, it's really challenging for you to move forward in your life. And so that's why we have this show, to speak truth to power and to speak about the realness and the rawness of what it's like being incarcerated, or what it's like being in, not just in the state and federal pen, but even in the county jails. We have far too many people sitting in the county jail, can't post bail. So we need bail reform. We have too many people, black and brown and poor communities, sitting in jail, rotting away, should be at home waiting on their trial, but locked up, losing their job, losing their car, losing their home. This is why we have this show, so we can speak truth into power and to talk about many of the issues that are going on where we need real reform. And so I'm excited again to be with you on this Saturday morning. And thank you again for coming out and supporting the Fresh Start Expo. It was amazing. It was powerful. It was prolific. It was impactful. We seen so many lives, so many people who had been blessed by coming to the event. We've had many people give their testimonials of how their lives were changed and impacted. We were able to serve so many people on this year. And man, we're looking for a whole nother big historical year on next year. But I'm telling you, it was awesome. Words cannot explain the many of the faces that was at all of the things that we were able to do for them. And so we're looking to do some amazing things going into 2023. So let's recap. So this past October 22nd was very powerful. We had all of the courts, we had our judges, we had our public defenders, we had our prosecutors, we had law students, all helping out people that needed support, needed help from restoration of rights, getting their voters' rights back, from expungement of marijuana convictions, getting their convictions set aside, I mean, you name it, from city courts, justice courts, being able to help people with the warrants and help people with pending warrants and outstanding court fees and fines and tickets. We've had people that got help that had a suspended driver's license and were able to get their license back. So let me tell you, it is awesome what took place on October 22nd. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. So many lives were changed. So many people talked about coming to the Fresh Start event. And that's why I want to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to get down to these events, because it is life-changing. It is impactful. I mean, people's lives are not the same when they come to Fresh Start. We just had all our players there, and let me tell you, it was just awesome. And so our mission is where we believe that everyone deserves a new beginning, and we believe that. And so we do all we can to make sure that we are making sure that people are living up to that, making sure that they are getting the help that they need. So thank you again for your support. Thank you even for those that's been tuning in to our radio show and being a support. And it looked like we serve just on the legal side, as far as people getting their warrants squashed and taking care of their outstanding tickets and court fees and fines. It looked like we served over 200 people just in the legal side. And that's still not talking about the big numbers of massive of people who was on the resource side, getting resources. And we also offered a job fair for people who have felony backgrounds. So they were there. So it was totally awesome. And we are excited for next year. Well, look, we got some new things getting ready to take place on next year for 2023. And we're going to be continually doing the work, helping our brothers and sisters who's been incarcerated, or people who have not been incarcerated yet but could get incarcerated because they have those felonies on their back. We're going to be doing some smaller clinics throughout the year next year. So that's our plan. And so we want to do, we want to do some clinics probably every quarter. So we're still trying to figure it out, make sure that we have logistically everyone there that can help us. But yeah, we know that the work is ongoing, and we know that October, just having it in October is not enough, for people that's released in January or released in March. What do they do? So with that said, we're going to be looking at doing some quarterly type of Fresh Start clinics that's going to have the similar model of the big expo, but at a much smaller type of a size. And the reason why we're doing that is because we want to be able to help people throughout the year. So it's possible we're looking at doing a Fresh Start, a smaller event on the reservations, Yaqui Tribe and others. And we're looking at perhaps doing, I'm already talking to juvenile court. So the exciting thing is we're going to be looking at how do we do expungements and destroying of records for young people. Because we know the school to prison pipeline situation is very, very real. And so we want to make sure that we're helping our at-risk youth as well. We got a lot of teenagers that got felonies. I know a lot of times you think we talk about felons, that's just adults. No, we got a lot of youth that have made some criminal bad choices. And right now they have background issues. And right now they will not be able to join the Marines or go to the Air Force or qualify for certain funding for school because of their background issue. Well, I want to do something about that. Just like I do it for the adults, I want to help your child out. I want to help your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew to get those criminal records off of their background when they get 18 years old. And we can do it. And so I'm right now talking with the juvenile courts to figure out how do we logistically make this happen. Looking at meeting with some of the judges on this coming week. We can figure out to do a school to prison pipeline clinic. That's right. Fresh Start is going to host the school to prison pipeline clinic. Kids that is on their way from school to prison, we want to stop that by cleaning up their background and giving them a real fresh start. So I will be back just in a few moments. I have a commercial, our sponsor, the League of Women Voters, coming up. And once that break is up, we come back and resume the show.
The way we vote in Pima County is changing. Are you ready? The League of Women Voters of Greater Tucson invites you to visit ReadySetVoteTucson.com to learn about new vote centers for easier in-person voting, new voting districts, and changes to the early voting list. Get ready to vote at ReadySetVoteTucson.com. Brought to you by the League of Women Voters of Greater Tucson. That's ReadySetVoteTucson.com. Get ready to vote.
All right, we're back. We're thankful for our sponsor, the League of Women Voters, who is our sponsor, and we are so appreciative for that organization. Get out to vote. Get out to vote. All right, we're back talking about Fresh Start. We're planning out next year what to be looking for. So please be looking for. We're going to be looking to do some of those clinics. Those clinics is huge. Those clinics is important. Again, I was talking about the clinic as far as working with the young people. So we're going to do a Fresh Start event for the schools and prison pipeline. We got to reverse that situation. Too many kids is going to prison from school. That should not be. There's too many kids that have been arrested, have been prosecuted, been convicted, sitting in the juvenile detention center. And pretty much the most of the future that they can look forward to is going to prison. That shouldn't be. And so we want to put a dent into that by working with the different judges from the juvenile courts to put on something where we can start looking at how do we destroy the records of our young people who have criminal backgrounds. How do we expunge that? And believe it or not, it's very, very possible. So I want everyone that may have a teenager who have made some bad choices in life and is ready to take on their life and do something with their life. It's hard to do that if we don't deal with the past. It's hard to have a bright future if you don't clean up your past. And so we're looking to do a Fresh Start clinic coming up where we'll be keeping you informed where we are with this process, but we are looking to do something for our young people. We also want to take Fresh Start Clinic to some of the reservations and help out some of our Native American brothers and sisters who that's in the midst of the struggle, and see what we can do to help them as well, cleaning up their background and all of that. So we have some great things in store that we want to be doing in the coming year. And so please be tuned, keep it locked, because we are going to change lives and touch lives where we believe everyone deserves a new beginning. Okay, and so with that also, we're looking to at some point, as far as Fresh Start, to have and to create a job training center called the Fresh Start Empowerment Center. So we're looking to be helping our brothers and sisters coming out of prison. The first thing we need to do is handle the past, get those backgrounds cleaned up. And then secondly, we look at giving you jobs training, giving you an opportunity, giving you the life skills you need, giving you the education, the degree, the certifications that you need so that you can be successful with a brand new Fresh Start. See, I told you we got so many great things going on. And so we know that, people sometimes are, driving illegal, taking a chance every day. But you just never know when it's your day. We don't want you driving illegal and things of that nature when we can be helping you getting on your feet. Okay. And so we're going to be still helping people with getting their license back, getting their driver's license reinstated. That's going to be huge, because there's a lot of people that taking risks, driving, knowing that their license is not right, knowing they don't have insurance, knowing that they owe the court tickets, and you can't even get your license reinstated until you first deal with those tickets. And so that's what makes Fresh Start special, is because we bring the judges to help individuals that need to address their warrants, that need to address their tickets, that need to address those court fees and fines. It's very, very important that we make sure that you're getting the services that you need. And so we're excited about the clinics that we're going to be doing throughout the year. That way we'll be able to touch many more people going into 2023 instead of waiting all the way for October. So yeah, we want you to keep it locked. We want you to stay connected to us because we're looking to do some amazing, great things coming into 2023 for Fresh Start. You know, so also be thinking about what that's going to look like for our Fresh Start Empowerment Center, where we eventually is going to be able to bring jobs to the table, bring jobs training to the table, bring education and rehabilitation to the table. Sometimes people are going through some mental illness, and sometimes people are going through their substance abuse addiction. And we want to be able to help them, and we can help them. Sometimes it's not as simple as giving someone a job. And how are they going to take advantage of that job, take advantage of the opportunity when their minds is not right? You know, so the first thing sometimes we have to do is help people with their deficits, help people with their issues and their struggles. And once they get to a certain level, then they can take over the future and do something great in the future. So there's so many angles and so many great things that we're looking to bring to the table for next year. And we want you to keep it locked. We want you to stay in tune because there's some many great things that's going to take place, you know. It's a possibility that we can be doing something like this in Phoenix or in another state. So the needs is there. I'm quite sure everyone that's listening knows someone, or it was you that had been incarcerated, or that had been arrested, or that had been put in jail. Many people know somebody, right? And that's why we're here, because we want to make sure that as many people that we can help, that we are able to be a resource to them. Okay. If you need help, you have to open up your mouth. You can't be in denial and not being truthful for yourself. Any person that have gotten anywhere in life, it's because they needed a friend or because they needed some help. I don't care who they are. No one really becomes successful completely 100% by yourself. Everyone needed somebody to help open the door. Everyone needed somebody to help lend on your influence when you didn't have influence in a certain space. So we all need somebody, and that's what Fresh Start is here. Fresh Start is here to help people get a real fresh start from their past, and fresh start from being in jail, fresh start from being in prison, fresh start for many reasons, right? And so, yeah, we are totally excited for the great things that's getting ready to take place on the Fresh Start International. And we're excited about our show, getting the word out, getting people to know where the resources are at and how to take advantage of them and what day and time you need to be at a certain place. We're going to be doing all those things going into the new year. So I want us to be getting excited. I want us to be getting ourselves prepared. For those that need to continue to get their restoration of rights and their conviction set aside, please remember to get your certificate of absolute discharge. You can call DOC, Department of Corrections in Phoenix, request for a certificate, the certificate of absolute discharge, and it'll take a few weeks for you to get it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be huge. If you want somebody to be able to help you with getting your rights restored, this is going to be huge. If you want somebody to help you to get your conviction set aside. So make sure that you're doing those things. Make sure you're doing those things. Make sure that you are getting the absolute discharge certificate so that we can start the process. Without you having that, a lot of the things you're going to want to do is going to be on hold. And so this is the reason why I'm telling you to go ahead and get that right now, because you're going to be next in line to get what you need. Okay. So, yeah, continue to send me your email or send me your message. If you have email, you can always reach me at demond@freshstartint.com. If you want to continue to send me some communication, you can do it the old school way and mail me at 1830. Some people have been sending me some mail but had the address off. So I don't know if some of the mail came back to you, but just to have clarity, my address is not 1800, it is 1830. So if you're sending those letters out there, you want to make sure I get them, please send it to the right address. It is 1830 East Broadway Boulevard, Suite 124-266. That is Suite 124-266, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. So feel free to continue to send me some mail. If you want to email me, which would be great if you have the technology and the capability, please take the time to email me. I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to hear what you're doing now, and I'd love to see all the great things that you are doing by taking over your life. So yes, we're very, very excited to hear from you. So again, if you want to communicate with me, you can email me the old school way, snail mail at 1830 East Broadway Boulevard, Suite 124-266, Tucson, Arizona, 85719. Or you can do it the quick way by just getting my email. My email is Damond, DAMOND, at freshstartint.com. Again, it's Damond at freshstartint.com. So you're able to communicate with me. You're able to send me some letters. You're able to write me on some things you got going on, some progress, or even send me a letter and let me know you're getting ready to get out soon. So we can start proactively to start gathering and collecting resources that you need that's going to be helping you. Okay. So we're excited, but a great time. And we know that things will turn around. And so those that are getting close to being released, I don't want you to lose heart. I don't want you to lose hope. I want you to keep fighting a good fight of faith. You got to keep believing. You got to fight for your future. You have to fight for your dream. You have to fight for everything that you worked hard for. You have to fight. You have to go after it. Don't let a no depress you. Don't let a not right now depress you. Don't allow people say they want to go with another candidate because they seen your background to discourage you. You have to be like the Timex watch. You have to learn how to take some lickings and keep on ticking. You got to keep pressing forward. No matter how hard it is, you have to press forward. You cannot worry about what's on the left or the right. You got to keep your face forward. As far as being very successful in your life. Just because you've been in prison doesn't mean your life is over. Just because you've been in any kind of correctional facility does not mean that your future is done with. Actually, that's the very opposite. Your future is not done with. So when you come out of prison, you got to have a plan. I believe that if you plan to fail, you fail the plan. So if you want to be successful, you're going to have to pick up your head up. You're going to have to square your shoulders. And you will have to do some talking to yourself every now and then and saying, self, I can make it. Self, if I made it this far, I'm still a winner. Self, even though I made some bad choices, I can rebound. Self, even though that I made some mistakes, I can have a fresh start. Again, our mission is where everyone deserves a new beginning. And I want to know, do you believe that today? I know certain doors might have been shut. I know people maybe have told you no. I know some people have probably said it was utterly impossible. But I'm telling you right now is that you can rebound. You can bounce back. And you can break the gas ceiling of people who only want you to go so far. And when you go so far, they get so insecure that they want to give up. Well, I'm telling you, don't give up. Keep pushing forward. Well, listen, guys, this has been a great episode. My time is being far spent. But meet me every Saturday on 106 The Groove at 7 a.m. And we're looking forward to meeting with you And email me. Tell you your story. If you tell me, send me something in the mail or on the email and tell me your story, and I will talk about it on air. Well, look, I'm out of time. God bless. Have a wonderful Saturday. See you next Saturday.